Hello, blessings everyone. It's this beautiful day. I'm just at the park with my son. Oh, excuse that mess over there. Beautiful Arizona. It's kind of warm here where the rain is blowing. Nice playground. Excuse me, guys. But I wanted to come on here and I wanted to talk about the silent killer of depression. You know, actually, it's a slow killer. It's a slow killer. I got several stories about depression. You know, one story is my mom had a special needs child. She had two of them. She had my sister. My sister had autism, and then she has an intellectual disability also as well. She was nonverbal. And she needed 24-hour care. She couldn't do anything for herself. Now she can go to the bathroom, but probably not by herself because she will mess up the doggone bathroom, and not a very pleasant way. I believe she could never wipe herself. She had, pretty much typical autism, but worse. You know, she couldn't hardly, asking her to live a functional life like this, no. So anywho, my mother had to deal with that. And then plus she had another daughter that had a mild case of cerebral palsy. And then a mild case of intellectual disability. Yeah. So, and then plus with my sister being the way she is, the one that have the severe autism, my mother couldn't hardly work at all. Now, don't think she didn't try to work. Trust me, she tried. For those of you that don't know what us parents is going through, especially severely special needs. You get calls. You are on-call mom. The center, the school will call you to come and get your child because either they having a behavior problem or for some people a medical problem. Oh yeah. Yes. So for those out there, kids be in the hospital for months and months, I feel you. Then you have to deal with courts and stuff like that. Yeah. So anywho, getting off track a little bit. Of course, my mom wasn't a single parent. She had my dad. Oh my goodness. My dad will work a job and she would quit the job at the same time. He would quit it at the same time. Sorry, I'm a little occupied at that. Don't you dare. You hear that noise? That's my son. So anywho, God, I probably had to do this video again. I hope not. Her situation wasn't very good at all. And plus, she hardly didn't have any knowledge about autism at all. Let alone trying to get my sister being diagnosed. Come on now. Low function. We was black and we was in the inner city and all that kind of stuff. They was very slow to diagnose. Trust me, especially where you don't have good insurance. So that was, if you don't think that's pressure, yeah. So when I got a little bit up in age as a teenager, like 13, my mom started getting sick. Her kidneys was failing. I mean, she had high blood pressure. She was a diabetic. She didn't take care of herself. You know, when I mean she didn't take care of herself, when you didn't take care of yourself, it's not because you're eating junk food or whatever. People might think, oh, you're overweight. That's not always the case. When I say she didn't take care of herself, she never, went to her yearly appointments. She never go and get her checkups. She never regulate her blood pressure. By the way, for those people that think your blood pressure is getting high about you eating just salt, and somewhat that may be true, but however, 90% is stress. When you stress over something, check your blood pressure. Check your blood pressure and see how normal it may be. Like, okay, say for instance, check your blood pressure, you have some exciting news and you happy all day. And then check your blood pressure when you're stressed out, mad, or upset about something. Just check it. Check how elevated that might be. Your blood pressure might be. Okay? And come back and tell me. Alright? So anywho, she had all that going on. Her kidneys failed her. My mother wound up in and out of the hospital. Matter of fact, at that time when that was going on, she was working. She was working at the school district. Well, at times she couldn't come to work because she was so weak. Growing up all over the place. I mean, she was very sick. The principal had to fire her. It was so sad. And that was the time where my parents just bought a house. A brand new house. Built from the ground. What she wanted. They sure did hate it to give up that house. Well, if it was meant to be, it meant to be. But sorry, you guys, I'm walking out. If I sound like I'm winded, I'm walking. But yeah, and my sister was also property destructive. She was violent towards herself, violent towards others. And it was just hard. It was just hard to take care of her. It was, yes. So my mother and father had to make a decision to put her in the group home. Well, that's another story. I already told Tiffany's story. My sister Tiffany, I already told her story. That's another situation. But we on my mother's. And I know she sure did hate that, but didn't have any other choice. She sure couldn't take care of her. Yeah, and me still being at home, I got tired and wore out. Yeah. By the way, me and Tiffany close to the same age. I'm a year older. If y'all can see my son, there he is. So yeah. And I was 13, and I guess you can say 10 years later, she passed away. Yeah, after that, my mother, lived at least 10 years. I mean, I don't know how many times she was close to death. 2, 3 times? Hold on, 5 times? Yes, I mean, she kept on going in and out of comas and stuff like that. And no business. How many times she was on ventilators? Probably 2 or 3 times. The third time she didn't make it out. Yeah. So that was my mother's story. That was her story of depression. Now, this other story I'm finna tell you, it's about this lady. I have heard about her. Let me tell you guys what's so fragile. You know, fragile for us parents, special needs parents. I don't care what any kind. You try your best to do for your child. You try the best you could. You know. And then, this is her story. Her child was just like my son. Autistic, nonverbal. Okay, she had him all kinds of service, ABA therapy, and all that good stuff. Okay, the child started progressing, started doing good, started talking, started getting a little bit better. Well, getting better, put it to you that way. And then till next thing you know, a change happened. The child just fell back and went back to where he was at. You know, it's like this is how she felt. Okay, we done took 5 steps forward. Then next thing you know, a change come. We done took 10 steps back. I heard that mother got depressed. So depressed, she committed suicide. And that made me think how many people went through that. If they didn't commit suicide, they sure on the slow road of death, of depression. That's what I mean. Slow road of death, of depression. So yeah, you gotta think about it. Gotta think about all that. For those of you that have special needs kids, or they don't even have to be special needs. I mean, just, this pandemic can have you all slumped over and depressed and stuff like that. Keep your head up. I say think of the good things. Try to think of the good things, the good times. I don't care if it's small. I mean, be grateful for something. Just like me walking. Hey, we all gained a few pounds, especially this pandemic. But thank God we walking. Thank God we can move our bodies, though. Thank God. Some people lost their jobs. But if you have a roof to stay, I don't care if it's at your friends. Be grateful. Things will get better. Yes, indeed. And for those people that's really going through, I'm praying for everybody. Praying for this whole world to domestic violence going up because of this pandemic. Just everything. Suicide rates. Everything just going on. Y'all be watchful and be mindful. That's why I hate looking at the news. Too sad. Yeah, too sad. Well, that's kind of my little rant and rave here, everyone. I hope that somebody can get something out of this. Alright. Till next time, y'all be blessed.